Good morning, ladies. Today our verse is Proverbs 4:5, and I'm going to start today with a quote that I found. It's an unknown author. I think several people said it, so there's different ones, but I wasn't sure what to put down. So, the first point of wisdom is to discern that which is false. The second, to know that which is true. Oh, so good, because if we don't know our Bible, then how are we going to know what's false? I mean, we're not going to be able to discern that. So I thought that was really good, and it really went along with today's verse. Today's verse, I'm going to start with the King James Version. It says, "Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of thy mouth." And we're going to define wisdom again, and it's hard to pronounce this, so I'm going to put it on Blue Letter Bible, and then I'm just going to hit the button, and hopefully you can hear it. And I'm going to mute my music real quick. So that is how you say the word. Turn my music. And the meaning is, in good sense, skillful wisdom, wisely wit. So then we're going to move to understanding, and this is what it said. Act, faculty, object, personified. And then we're going to read, like we did before, we're going to read a couple different versions, and it'll give us a little bit more of an understanding. So get wisdom, develop good judgment. Don't forget my words or turn away from them. That's the NLT. And then the ESV says, get wisdom, get insight. Do not forget and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. And a couple cross references. Now, if you want to, you can go and look at cross references. There is more. It's called Open Bible. So if you want to check those out, you can look there. Great way to study. Again, just trying to give you some tips on how to do this yourself too. So it's fun to do. So let's look at the cross references. James 1:5 says, "If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him." James 1:5. Blessed is the one who finds wisdom and the one who gets understanding, for the gain for her is better than the gain from silver, and her profit than gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand, in her left hand and are riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. And that's Proverbs 3:13 through 18. And another great quote by J.J. Packer says, "Not until we become humble and teachable, standing in awe of God's holiness and sovereignty, acknowledging our own littleness, distrusting our own thoughts, and willing to have our minds turned upside down, can divine wisdom become ours." I thought that was really good. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to read some commentary, and I need to put it in here, so give me a second. So this will be a little bit longer than the last ones because I did a couple extra things there, but Proverbs touts the value of wisdom, placing far above any material possession. Wisdom, as used here, comes as a result of learning, which leads to knowledge. Knowledge leads to wisdom, the ability to act according to a truthful, godly perspective. The word in this verse, translated as insight by the ESV, shares the same Hebrew root as the term translated understanding in verses such as Proverbs 1:2, where both forms are used. That term implies absorbing wisdom to the point that one can pass along its meaning to others. David told his sons Solomon David told his son Solomon to get wisdom and insight, and he commanded him not to forget or reject his words. Later in life, it seems Solomon drifted from the advice, only to return to better understanding after extensive experience. And that's found in Ecclesiastes 12:13, and 1 Kings 11:4. You can read more. At first, however, the fatherly advice seemed to have served Solomon well. After he became king, God appeared to Solomon in a dream at Gibeon. The Lord said, "Ask what I shall give you." 1 Kings 3:5. Rather than asking for power, wealth, or something worldly, Solomon asked for something he'd been taught to consider far more valuable. He responded, "Give your servant, therefore, an understanding mind to govern your people, that I may discern between good and evil. For who is able to govern this great people?" And that's again in 1 Kings 3:9. So this is going to conclude for the day. Um, I will see you back tomorrow. Let me know if you're liking this or if it's helping at all. Okay, thank you. Bye.